Yeah, we have no excuse for like a Dark Side Phil or anything.
Wait, he
Yeah, no,
always he doesn't know that he's live. Sometimes he
yeah,
just
he
starts.
beats his dick.
Oh, he got
He
caught
likes to
eating
stroke.
it.
Dude, we told you we don't know if that's legal yet, and you might want to
Oh,
stop doing that on camera.
oh,
Yeah.
some CVS.
Oh
Okay.
shit! I got my thing on, so I'm hearing me double time,
Are
like
you
a
hearing
rookie.
double?
I'm,
Oh man, UAG
I'm doing.
does on a stream, guys.
Dude,
Oh
it's been
shit.
it's been years.
You know
It's
what?
been years.
Are we using YouTube right now to stream so like they can let you know if the audio is fucked up, right? Because you always had fucked up shit.
Your mama
Every
what?
time you start a show
What
was
you
like
say?
fucked up audio. This is the first 30 minutes. I forgot streaming with you, audio
But
issues and all
there's
this shit.
not. That's why I did full proof. That's why I'm doing this to free StreamYard. Thank you,
Okay.
StreamYard, for the
Dude,
free
you
service.
fucked it up back then when we had StreamYard.
No, I didn't.
A lot of shows were us just fucking audio issues and laundromat wars. That's all that was. Audio.
That wasn't true. That was through fucking.
You were the
Discord.
worst person to produce. But
It took a while,
Yeah.
and I got it. So fuck
it was
it.
part of the charm. It
Growing
became part
pains.
of the charm. Audio issues.
It
all the
was
time.
it was a running gag and shit.
Yeah, that's what it was. Oh, but anyways, are you gonna introduce us or something like that?
Okay.
What the fuck are we doing right now? What
Yeah,
are
what
we
is this?
doing?
This is the very first episode of a new show that I'm gonna call This Is Cinema, and we got our boys OTG, OT movies.
Still
You
call me
know,
OTG.
whatever.
Call me
I'm still gonna call you
OTG.
that.
Call
I'm
me
never gonna
OTG.
change that. Dark Rewind, and it's just three dudes, and we just talking about movies.
Hold on.
I
Hold on,
mean, you
before
guys talk about movies. I talk about films.
Since we're on UAG's channel, I gotta put my uniform on. Hold on.
You know what? He's the bougie one right now. I talk about films.
I talk about
this
films.
guy. You know what? Right now, me and Gali kind of got me into this underground horror stuff. So we're following a lot of these boutique labels. It's a whole scene. And UAG, nah, I just care what the studio does. And yeah, I watch
That's fine.
films. He thinks he's higher than us. He thinks he's better than
No.
us.
First of all, I
watch
do not
B
watch
movies.
Faces of Death and bootleg shit that came out of people's VCRs and shit. and it's not a big time studio. I ain't watching it.
He ain't watching it. You see how he is?
I ain't watching it.
He'll watch Jumanji though. He'll watch
He'll watch-
Jumanji.
That's the wrong guy. That's the short bus niggas. He ain't here.
So,
So we ain't talking about that.
Who's that? Who you talking about?
If you think that's your favorite franchise, you know who you are. You know who you are.
so you're not gonna watch Willy Wonka the remake and
No, I don't watch that. Oh,
okay.
Leave our boy Damien alone. That's our boy. Why you be mean to him?
listen, to each their own. That's the beautiful thing about movies and films and whatnot. Like
Yeah.
everybody has a different opinion on things.
Yes.
I mean, mine is more valid than everybody else's.
No,
but that's beside the point.
no.
No, we're gonna get it in today
All right, well,
because
you know what,
I
guys?
believe that this movie is gonna show a big difference,
All right.
a contrast of
All right,
you know,
real
our
quick,
views and
before
things.
you even see what the UAG this movie, just remember this is the guy that loved the Mortal Kombat. What year was it? The 2021.
You're gonna stop.
Was it?
You're gonna stop that slander. You're gonna stop it. 'Cause
Yeah,
I said I
so
like.
That's
Oh,
all right.
okay.
Same
First
guy.
of all, you know what? This is how we're gonna start it. We'll go around the horn, and you're gonna tell
Around the horn.
Around the horn.
Shit, you still can
Each-
use
Here we
that.
go.
Let
Each
it
one
go,
of us-
dude. Oh man, around
each
the
one
horn.
of us.
Go around the
What's
horn.
their favorite movie, horror movie of all time? So, Dark, your face. I want to see. Tell me what movie is your favorite horror movie
Of all time.
of all time?
In what era?
Oh, in all time, nigga, all time. I didn't think it from last week.
Oh,
You gotta
well,
remember he's thinking like a normie. Yeah.
I'm trying to process this so you guys, casuals, can understand what I'm saying.
Gali's hardcore, dude.
Yeah,
Deep.
And
cut.
don't tell me Faces of Death, Volume 5, none of that bullshit.
Dude, stop. What year, dude?
that's
You
funny.
think we're in the 90s still? What? Chill out.
dude.
He likes that
I have to
bullshit.
say, I do. I mean, man, of all time, it's not of all time, but I'll just say my favorite horror movie this year. That's old. I'll do that. My favorite horror movie this year that's old is Jason Takes Manhattan. I'll stick with that.
So
you should be happy because
yeah, you know what? I love that one. But how does UAG feel?
First of all, that's the one when I thought
New York. That's your spot.
No, that's the one I thought they started going downhill. Because when that nigga gives him the punch and his head falls off, I'm like, come on, bro.
Dude, that's the best part. That's one of the best kills in all Friday 13th. It is hilarious.
That's corny. That's corny,
dude.
Bro.
He's going to New York. What's the movie supposed to be? Serious? Like,
what's gonna be chasing rats?
Dude,
uppercut the trash in the streets. I don't know what you're supposed to be doing.
It's not a terrible movie. At least you didn't say Jason. What's that one when he's in space?
Oh, dude, that one's great. Jason X is great.
Stop talking. Stop talking. If you think that's a good horror movie, we don't have no discussions.
You know what, dude? It's a fun movie.
Wow.
For what it was. They tried
insane.
something different. They needed a filler between Freddy versus Jason. It was entertaining.
It's
supposed to be. It's fun. Look at it. At the end, they have a hologram of the camp scene with two fucking girls getting naked. It's funny. Like, how can you not shut your brain off and have fun with
Jason
it?
X is one of the most innovative Friday 13th
for kills.
Franchise.
Yes,
for kills,
and this is why I'm on the show to bring some kind of.
Whenever
this is getting crazy.
I can't wait. I can't fucking wait. I can't wait.
OTG, what's yours?
All right. Mine has been changing because I just recently got back into horror. It's been a long time. If you would have asked me just about a month ago, I would have said Jason. I went through all the Jasons, watched them all, and he is still one of my favorites. But you know, right now, as of right now, who I think I just like at the moment just a little bit more is Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That like
the first one?
The first one. That to me, he starts changing. Leatherface ends up being like, he changes in part 2, he's silly, and in part 3, I don't know, but it's like just the way he was like really raw in part 1. That the film, you want to talk about film, that 16 millimeter, the way it's gritty and it's
film
just
grain.
That whole just first movie. I really been watching it. I'm like, you know what? This beats what I've enjoyed out of all the Jasons. I'm
sorry. I don't mean to derail us, because this is why I told you Damien can't be on here. Because this motherfucker says Blood and Blood Out is my favorite.
He's a vato. That's the only movie they watch. All they do is sit there with the Rottweilers.
That's why.
Do push-ups in the sun
the
and watch
randomness.
Blood and Blood Out.
Dude, Damien, he's stuck. Dude, literally Damien in our private chat is sending us memes of Blood in, Blood Out. We're like, dude, where do you get those memes? Those are memes that you don't get from anybody.
You have to create those, because you can't find those on the internet. Nobody's done what. Okay, I'm sorry. Now.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Bro.
I think you're watching. Not okay for me. That movie is very nostalgic. Like, when I think about it, like, I thought I was so scared of that movie. I watched it recently, maybe in the last 5 years. I'm like, this shit sucks.
What, you talking about Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
Of course,
dude. You see it as such. You don't see it as like a. All right, check it out. They weren't like a high paid. They were like low budget. They weren't even known. They wanted to get
pioneer movies. Like, it's like if us three got together and made a movie, and you made a fucking classic, bro.
The first Nightmare on Elm Street was a very low budget in terms of in terms of studio movies.
Yes,
it's considered a low budget movie.
Yeah,
right.
It gave Johnny Depp a chance. That to me is one of the greatest horror movies of all time.
Hey, dude, you know what's crazy?
This is the opening scene of that bitch. That shit got me
yelling.
Oh,
you're scaring me. God damn.
That's how I felt like when I first saw it. I was like this.
Fucking.
Just when he's in the fucking boiler room, fucking sharpening those nails, dude, that shit scared the shit out of me.
Dude, he has an obsession with Freddy Krueger. All the SNK video games, they're all Freddy Krueger. But part 1 did do something different. It's raw, and that's what I love about it. It's like that's the one I could go back to the most. And that one, Freddy's not as silly. He's a little more like, we're trying to figure out serious, and it's shot really well. From the mom at the end, like that last scene, like
the whole thing, like the like the lore of Freddy, the seriousness of it, the creativity, the blood scene with the in the bedroom with
Yeah.
Johnny Depp, that shit was crazy. So for me, that's my movie. But I like everyone's pick. Very different views out here. So that's gonna help us, I think in this discussion that we have, because for our first movie that we're gonna be talking about on this show, we're gonna be talking about the newly released Final Destination, the sixth film of the franchise, Bloodlines. And so
highly rated, apparently.
98 on Rotten Tomatoes. Now, if you have never, gone to Rotten Tomatoes, that's not saying that we think it's a 9.8. It's saying that 98% of the critics like the movie and would recommend the movie. Not whether they're not saying it's the greatest movie, not saying it's a bad movie, it's not saying it's an Oscar movie.
So, you can't go by that though, UAG. You can't. I personally don't believe those critics.
First of all,
I feel like some of them are bought off and run an agenda on certain topics.
You can say that about anything. You can say that about anything.
It's there when you see the difference of like the real people versus them sometimes.
But it
makes you want to look. It makes you at the beginning want to go hype to go watch it, and they make more money like that no matter what. It's
but can I tell you something, OTG? Usually you'll see, especially in horror movies, you'll see that the audience scores are way higher than the critics.
Yeah.
And for this particular movie, it's almost neck and neck. And that is the unicorn of this all, because horror movies are usually rated terribly. I mean,
is this a horror movie though?
Yeah, that's one thing.
We can get into that conversation. For me, I most horror movies, especially like I would say in the last 20 years, dabble in the comical aspect of it. So it's we're asked to suspend belief when we watch a lot of these movies, and they do a lot of comedy in it. But
Final Destination, do you remember the first one? Like what you felt when you first saw it before you knew the sequels existed? How did you feel? Because I remember going into it, it was fresh, it was new, and it just seemed cool with like these type of kills that just like one after another. I hadn't seen that formula before that I can think of. And I think in the real life thing, like it was just different. It was actually cool from what I remember. The first one.
The first one to me is a classic.
Yeah,
the first one played a lot on a lot of human phobias, like people scared to fly, scared of this, scared of that. So that's what made the first one so unique.
But I think everybody could relate to a sense in the first movie. Like we've all had that time where we're like, you had deja vu, and be like, damn,
yeah,
I swear that I had this same thought. This all played out this way, and then it fucking happened.
You actually bought that deja vu, right? Versus now, it's like it's just like.
But when you're in the sixth movie, you're like, okay, this is getting a little crazy, because you have to be innovative, you have to be creative, and like
they were very creative.
It went to some extremes in a lot of the movie, but I think this came back to the original formula, and I like how it continued on the lore. But I don't want to go off topic. Let's start from the beginning.
Yes, my favorite part.
The opening scene of this movie, and
so
the opening scene, just so I could preface it, and if you haven't seen it, sorry, this is gonna be a big spoiler, but it kind of plays on a death scene that her grandmother, is it grandmother, right?
Yeah, grandmother.
Her grandmother had a premonition of this restaurant that was opening in Seattle, the Sky Needle.
It was a luxury tower. I think it was called Sky Tower, I believe.
Yeah.
And it took place in the late 60s. Now, it looked like, what did it look like to y'all? Because it looked like it was 50s to me. Like, at first, I saw the rock and roll.
I thought it was late 50s. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I was thinking, and then, you know what got me was the Johnny Cash. That song didn't fit, and that came out in 64. So then I did what everyone else does, and I used the ChatGPT, and according to whatever internet search, I guess that's supposed to be 1968. And that's what it kind of threw me off. Did that feel like 1968? I feel like it felt earlier. But dude, what do I know? It was a weird theme. It felt more 50s, and like I like the way that was like, if like me and Gali were saying, if that whole movie,
I love that vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that vibe was insane. I love it. That actually had the touch of the original formula, but then they had something new because I felt like if the movie would have stayed in that time zone, that time era, it would have been sick.
dude.
They could have
Yes,
been super creative with old technology and old, like, just random shit.
yes. I really feel like it could have been a creative movie and just done something way different, and that's not what we got. So we got
Wait. I'm not gonna let you cheat it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna let you cheat
All
it
right,
because
what?
that's the first time that we did. It was kind of like I want to say like not a prequel, but it went back to the original lore. It expanded on the lore that has never really happened in the movie because it said all this is how Final Destination started. I don't know if you guys caught that.
I'm just saying that could have maybe been the next movie, and you could have got a whole nother movie of 50 Vibes here, I think, and just revolve around that. And then the next movie expand with the Bloodlines.
Well, now that they brought that in there, that's a possibility.
Yeah.
It's always a possibility now that you've brought that whole aspect. And I thought it was cool.
Oh, like if they made a prequel and went back to it, like really focus. Yeah, that would be cool.
That would be sick.
Like because you gotta remember now
whatever they did there, right?
That's happening. They just targeted this one part of the family tree, but everybody has their own family tree. They could go from the dude, Todd, what's his name? The dude that was dying. Venom dude. What's his name? Candyman.
Candyman.
Yeah.
They could go his whole family tree. Like they have so many avenues that they can attack. But
yeah, you're right. I see what you're saying. Now that they explain this, they could do different. Yeah, you know what? You do have a point. It could be a next movie, but focusing on this one, it just all the events that happened during that tower fall were ridiculous, man. Like,
but it was cool.
But it was too far because there was two going on. There was two going on at the same time. There was the Penny fucking doing all that shit. And then also at the same time, you were having the glass break because of was that supposed to be a diamond that cracked the glass?
Well, it's crystal, and crystal's supposed to be, super hard. That's what caused that.
I didn't understand that. So that's what cracked it. And then what happened? So there's a penny that literally came out of the fountain. I'm not sure if you heard the little boy in the beginning. They say something like, "Hey, don't be grabbing that. That's bad luck." Little boy picks up the penny. He's an asshole. Goes up the fucking elevator. He's a fucking little dick. Stomping on the fucking thing. He's being an asshole. So he gets up there, and then he's at the very top. And is that where he's at? And he throws the penny down.
Yeah, when they go to the top of it.
And the penny, it does some crazy Pee-wee's Playhouse shit. What is it?
You're first of all, y'all haters. That's it.
It goes we're not hating, bro.
It gets stuck in a gear, right? Or the fan.
Yeah, the ventilation fan.
And then it shoots out and it hits some gas shit, right? And then that gas shit goes through the ducts. And then I think there's like something on fire, and the old lady gets on fire.
The old lady was on fire. She's running like MK2.
And right now the floor is falling during the same time that the penny shit's happening. The floor is falling because this guy popped the fucking bottle, hit the crystal cracked the bottom of the dance floor that was see-through on top of the tower. It's stupid, dude. It honestly doesn't give me the fear of being afraid. We have a tower like that, and I'm not afraid to go up there. Like, why would I be afraid? It's not see-through. I can't relate. Like the other stuff we could relate. An airplane we could relate. The roller coaster we could relate. This one,
they had moments of that though. They had moments like when she would stand near the edge of the tower, and then the camera would pan over her shoulder, and it gives you that whoa. You're like, oh shit. You can hear the wind blowing. You can hear the beams clinging. So it gives you that fear of heights, which was cool. But like you said, they went Pee-wee's Playhouse with it.
You gotta remember though, this opening scene is to set up a sequence of events that is going to affect all these families. So many things have to happen.
But that penny, bro,
all these deaths.
I'm not even done with the penny. The penny ends up fucking.
The penny is the killer.
The penny gets shot, and then it falls. Where does it go? It falls on the piano, and while the piano's leaning over, that enough of weight for the penny killed the fucking little boy. It fell on the little boy all the
On
way
that
down.
lady too. The lady.
It hit him,
Yeah,
and then what
smacked the
happened? The penny was still alive. It rolled, I think, back into the fountain. I think that's
But-
exactly the path of the penny.
If you notice that all the things that happened terribly in that movie, or in that opening scene, was to all the jerks. That old rich guy that pushed the guy out the way, like, nigga, get out of here. You ain't got no reservations. That's me.
Yeah.
The dude, the host that was a fucking jerk. The people that was rushing on the elevator. All the shit that happened to make you cheer, like, yeah, good for you, bitch. That's why you died. Oh, that's why that happened. So, I mean, is it extreme? Yes.
Oh, he was hanging on the glass. Remember that? That was
Oh,
extreme.
yeah.
But this is in every movie, and it depends. Like if it's a superhero movie, if it's there's an ass. The ass is, you have to suspend belief. Like, this is extreme. You know this wouldn't happen, but you have to accept this as the rules of this particular movie. And so,
Yeah.
I mean, for me, there's a lot of other Final Destinations that were like stupid crazy. I think this is crazy, but not to the extreme where you're like,
I don't know. I was like
What?
laughing. It was very extreme. You want to talk about the first kill? Let's get to the first kill. How extreme that was with the uncle. You want to talk about it? Wasn't that extreme? Let's talk about that shit. Let's get to the next kill.
That happened.
All right.
That can happen.
So what happens? The first thing is a glass breaks and the glass gets into the ice. There's a lot of shit going on.
And everyone's swishing that glass in their cups. Everybody's swishing that shit.
But you
around.
don't know who has the glass. There's only one.
They
piece
did a
of glass.
good suspense, but at that same time, the little boys, the kid or whatever, he's a teenage
Jumping
kid,
on
jumping on
trampoline.
trampoline, and there's a rake under there, and he's like suspense, like you
And the
think he's gonna
threads are
fall on the
ripping.
rake. And then what else is going on?
No.
Shit,
The gas from the grill,
the grill.
Yeah.
right?
The whole backyard.
hose?
The whole backyard was the fucking death trap.
Then they pick up the rake, and then the hose is unwinding to cause the rake to move, right?
And then you're trying to figure out who's eating the ice, and then like a girl almost chokes on it, says it was a bug. The guy right there, he starts chewing on it. The main guy, the uncle that was doing the cookout, and then like, how does it happen after that, dude? It's weird. I'm trying to remember. That's where it all goes.
So
chaos.
so the mom sees the rake under there. She says, "Wait up, stop, chill." The rake. She picks up the rake. She puts it up, and then the hose is going off. So the hose knocks over the rake, which the rake
That's right.
Hits the lawnmower, and he steps on the rake, or he steps on the glass. He steps on the glass. Then he falls back. And that way
it's a riding lawnmower that just turned on. It turned on. There was no choke.
It was already primed. It was primed and everything.
It's electric.
Oh, sorry,
Okay?
I'm old school. I'm fucking old man
electric.
here. All right, how do electrics work? Can they go like a wheelie
It's just
down
one
and turn on?
button.
No, electrics. There's always a safety latch or some button you hold first, and then you turn it on.
Again,
But
you
apparently
have to suspend belief.
Death was holding the safety button, or the penny was holding the safety button.
But you believe that this superhero, like,
No,
Jason
you said they're more
jab
believable.
somebody's head off. You believe that? You believe that fucking Jason just jabbed the nigga head off real quick?
Listen,
Hey, Friday the 13th Part 8, show some respect, dude.
Wait,
it's a
hold on,
classic
hold on.
scene.
Hold on,
We're getting
hold on.
drifted to Friday.
on.
Hey,
You
he was a
can't-
boxer. He was. Hey, Jason, we saw a real fight there, man. Poof, poof. Like it,
And it just rolled, no blood. Just went blip, 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 blip.
dude. Hey, you
Dude.
gotta have a little comedy. Hey, Golly, tell him how horror. You gotta teach him how
okay,
comedy.
I'm gonna school you on the late '80s horror. A lot of movies post 1985 jumped in. They all jumped on the horror comedy bandwagon because that was the way to gateway.
Who's
you
the originator of
casuals-
that?
The originator of what, horror comedy?
Yeah.
He wants to hear
Not
Freddy.
Freddy.
He loves Freddy.
Give my man
He
some
loves
props.
Freddy.
Give my man
He
some
loves
props.
Freddy. No,
Give my
no,
man some
Freddy,
props.
no, Freddy wasn't horror comedy. Nightmare 1 and 2 are not horror comedy.
First of all,
Freddy
two
didn't start
is-
doing all this
two is-
MTV shit
Wait a minute.
until
Two
part
is
3.
ultra comedy.
He didn't
It was
go
ultra
until part
comedy,
3.
and it was kind of gay in a sense too. It had a
Hey,
lot of
no.
gay shit in it. But-
Part 2 is the gay one. Part
Yeah,
2
yeah,
is the gay one. But dude, Freddy was the only person that like would call you a bitch and shit. Like that's what related his personality. He talked shit. He was like, Welcome to Die. Welcome to Die was a character. He would talk shit like that, dude. If he was a horror villain, I'm telling you.
Power Glove.
Dude, that's where it got stupid. It started getting stupid, and they got the comedy. I think went too far, and the slasher genre.
Slasher genre. They had to because one, the ratings was on their ass, so they already had to tone the movies down. The kills. You ever notice how you watch a horror movie? Sometimes you see them get mutilated, and sometimes they're getting slashed from the back. You're like, what? They had to.
The one thing I hate about the 80s horror movie, when you talk about unrealistic, is when you could get stabbed and it takes about 5 minutes before then the blood comes out. Like,
dude, that was practical effects. That's the shit. That's the art. That's practical effects.
Yeah, I need it to be instant. It'd be like 2 minutes. Like
this dude.
I'm supposed to bleed.
Is that why? That's why he don't like the kill on. That's why he don't like the kill on 8 because it looks like a fake mannequin head, right? Is that why you don't like it, dude? That's funny. That's funny. You're just a hater, dude.
Wait, so you rather have Final Destination lawnmower lawnmower man kills?
That shit look real. Can you wait a minute? The Final Destination with the one with the first of all, can you tell me that ever since I think it was 3 with the fucking logs that you have you ever driven behind? Have you ever driven behind? I never driven behind.
Everyone's afraid of that. Everyone.
Yeah.
Right.
Never.
You know, and we'll bring that up towards the end of the movie. We'll bring that up.
When that can make that happen.
Friday the 13th literally made you scared to go camping. Freddy literally made you scared to go to fucking sleep, bro.
Yes.
Halloween made you scared of the fucking dark, bro. Period. Like, what are you saying? Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
Destination 2. Yes, I give him props.
I give you props for certain Jasons. Like the first Jason, even though it's his mom's. That shit was badass. I like the first couple, but when you get Jason goes to Manhattan and he's jabbing somebody and a head full off, nah, bro. I'm sorry.
It evolved. That's a comedy there. That's what we said. But you know what? Comedy. That's what happened here with these movies. What we're trying to say is that comedy. It did get real stupid. And I think they got really, really stupid. And this one, they may have toned it down a little bit, but I think it's still dumb, man. Okay, it's a comedy. The whole time I was laughing, dude.
Okay, so you're gonna tell me. Because we're in the death scenes right now. You're gonna tell me that the fucking what's that machine?
The MRI.
You want to tell me that?
No. Wait. Before we go there, let's talk about the brother. What was he? The half brother, the one that the mom was cheating on.
She said that's why he wanted to play catch with me all the time.
Yeah, he actually we missed the mom. Was the mom next? Because the mom was the reason why
because
the kids, right?
She wasn't.
She's
not in the blood. Yeah,
she's not her mom, so she didn't have.
She wasn't in the blood.
Her and the dad had. That's why they were good. They were Gucci.
The DEI dad.
They had nothing to worry about. They're like,
all right. All right. I'm getting confused. I'm going after the uncle. After the uncle.
It was supposed to be the tattooed guy, and then it was the MRI kid.
The tattooed guy was his son, and his
supposedly.
Wait. Was it his son? Was it?
That was his son.
Yeah,
that was the oldest son. But then they found out she was like, I didn't tell you nothing because You
didn't find it weird that death kind of played a trick on him? Was it because he didn't care? Like, why did they go to his tattoo shop if he really wasn't blood? But then again,
I think to give you that little scare, it's a little scary.
It kind of didn't make sense.
I think it did. I want to say that they did that before in one of the other movies.
But for the Bloodlines, though, since it was going after the Bloodline, it was like supposedly skipped him, but then it didn't. But why did it tease him like that? It was weird because it didn't kill him. He ended up being alive.
But that's why he didn't die.
He had his nose, the chain, and his whole tattoo shop was on fire, and he didn't die. And it was weird because he ended up dying anyway.
It was curveball.
Next was the sister that the dump truck fucking threw her in. Remember the dump truck?
The soccer ball.
You didn't like that, Jeff? You don't like that joke?
You know why I didn't like it? Because all of a sudden the girl, she had like a superpower. She could tell ahead of time. It was not impressive.
It wasn't a super. She was just being funny. She was like, "It could be this and this and that."
No, because she got ultra paranoid because she had that fucking book. Really she had a fucking a playbook of death kills.
Well, when you first, her grandma was in a fucking log cabin for fucking 30, 40 years. You be dreaming about shit too. Like that lady had a lot of time on her hands to think about all the ways death could try to kill somebody.
Oh, she was the first one that showed that was the first kill, right? Because that's what started it. So the mom was the grandma, the main one was the first kill because the granddaughter started having the dreams, and then the granddaughter wanted to find the grandma, and then she goes.
Her uncle died first. The uncle was the first death. But it started with because it was the uncle, the lawnmower dude. So it went from the uncle, and then it had to go through his bloodline, and then it was going to be.
Oh, that's why they started first. Yeah, all right. I got it mixed up. So then we weren't. So that's why the grandma's death was crazy, right? Because she's all like the granddaughter didn't believe her.
That's the beauty of it. She said, "I need you to believe."
Yeah,
bitch, I need you to believe. Look, I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna fucking die so you can see, bitch. What she should have done would have been like this. I'd have been like, listen. If I stay alive, all y'all live.
No, but remember, she was gonna die though.
Real short.
She had cancer. She was already gonna die.
Oh, so she's like, let me just speed up the process.
I think she had to speed up the process because like you guys got to believe it now because you're already having the dreams. My time is already up.
That nigga was out there chilling, waiting. He was waiting like, yeah, bitch, you step outside, I'm going to cook your ass.
Dude, and Death got a pronoun. Death became a he right there.
Yeah, now it's a he, him. Yeah.
So, Death was waiting, and dude, what did it shoot straight through her fucking mouth, dude? It shot some kind of, what was it? Some pole or some shit.
What the fuck? I think it was a rod.
That was a cool scene, though. It was badass, but that's where we're like, okay, now the fucking chick who's having the dreams believes in this shit.
It said, suck.
You know what, dude? You're gonna have to give me a wrench later. But
yeah.
Anyways, the chat got derailed for that. It really got derailed, UAG.
I didn't know. He's funny as fuck, man.
We'll leave it alone.
That's funny, bro.
Yeah. Anyways, like, yeah. So
I never lost focus.
So what happens after the grandma shit?
So after the grandma, the uncle died. Her son, he gets lawnmower face. Like, remember the fucking retard that we used to deal with? Twisted Game and lawnmower face. He got lawnmower face, right?
Wait.
Twisted bitch. You don't know about Twisted bitch? Oh, that's a long story. I'll tell you about that on the side.
Oh, dude, we can tell you a whole story on that shit. That shit was funny, bro. Oh my god, that's a whole fucking.
Because I used to fantasize that someone would take a lawnmower and fucking do that to his face, and that's funny how that guy died.
Yeah, you got to fill me in on that lore later. Sorry, guys. Yeah. God damn.
So Twisted. So
Twisted bitch.
He got his face chopped up. What? And so then they went to his bloodline, and so we got the tease of the tattoo. We thought the Prince Albert was going to get caught out there, but it didn't. Right?
Yeah. And then we got the sister in the trash can.
And first of all,
and then I think this is where we go to MRI.
Wait. That was funny how it was crazy that she had some kind of superpower, but I did like the way that she died. Her face just got smashed up. I thought that shit was good.
But they had that Edna and Eddie soccer ball scene where she took right to the trash can, and Ronaldo didn't kick her in the head with a soccer ball, and even then, you're not gonna flip into the you go, oh shit, at the worst. This bitch flipped into the trash can, bro. And then you had a CDLC driver driving a dump truck.
You're gonna tell me? Wait a minute. So you're gonna tell me that you don't believe, nigga?
We can't even hear him.
We
He's
can't hear
yelling.
you, dude.
He's
You've
getting
been
noise
ducking.
cancel. Yeah, you're noise canceling yourself.
because I'm getting too loud. I'm getting worked up. You get me hyped. Because I've seen it myself with these where people do some crazy shit driving. Let's be honest.
It's just weird because people were flagging him down, and as a person who's driven commercial vehicles, your awareness is the most thing.
Commercial vehicle.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you mean tell me you put your headphones on and you're like this driving. See, this is UAG driving, right?
I'm not trying to get locked up, but
oh shit, a white girl's in my dump truck.
Not to that extreme, but
like, dude, no.
It wasn't creative at all. I thought that kill was kind of like a wasted kill. And now, did that guy get killed next? Was he the next one to die, or was it the
next one to
MMR?
die?
Or how did he die? I don't remember.
The MRI. So then it was the no.
Was he part of the candy machine?
Guy. Then it was her. She actually died, and then it was the MRI guy.
So the MRI scene was kind of so that was a cool attempt.
That was a great death scene.
It was a great death scene, but the last part,
I will agree with you on the one thing.
They kind of ruined it. It was like literally the perfect Final Destination kill, and I was like,
so which one are you talking about? The vending machine one?
Yeah.
The
MMR.
All right, so the magnet starts going and it starts pulling fucking everything.
And that was cool.
That's the extreme though. Like I don't think that it would fucking make the fucking people in the hallway
Magneto, right?
like her fucking tag is going up like this, like that's. I don't know if that could even possibly happen.
Is that what killed the step brother? Because he got killed first. There's two guys in the room. It's step brother, and is it the other dude?
The step brother died.
The peanut butter boy, yeah.
The one that has the allergy about peanut butter.
Because he thought he was gonna get away.
Up. He thought he was like he's next to die. So hey, I'm gonna trick you. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna feed you peanut butter because they found out there's a loophole. Because of Candyman. Candyman had one of the most important sayings in the movie that because he was bad. Was he battling cancer? What was he doing? He was on his deathbed.
In real life?
Not deathbed, but in real life, yeah. Like he was like dying, right? I don't know what, but so he basically gave like a speech about life. Basically, enjoy what time you have, kind of little speech, and I think that was a very important part of the movie for the fans. This was like a real goodbye to his fans.
That's to be honest, that's why the ratings were so good because of that scene. I'm gonna be honest.
You're a hater, bro.
I've actually drank and hung out with Tony Todd at conventions. He's cool as fuck. So if anybody should be shilling, it's me. But I just can't look past the ridiculous movie I just watched. But I will say that definitely swayed the reviews, to the upward, score.
Is that where we learned that you could cheat death, or was it through somebody else? I'm trying. That's
he had the sauce. Right? Yeah, he had the sauce.
So that's
he said you either gotta pay the man, you gotta pay the piper, you gotta give him a death, or you gotta.
So he tricks his own brother that has the asthma that we're gonna make you die, and then we're here in a hospital. I'll just wheel you to the hospital right there, and they'll bring you back alive. And that didn't work. How did the MRI? I can't even talk right now. How did that turn on?
They did something stupid where
I think something
the clipboard landed on the enter button. Of course, like I said, this was dumb. In a hospital, you have to log in. You have to type in your badge number. You got to type in all this shit. But the MRI room, which is unlocked, by the way.
Again, you got to suspense belief. That's the one.
The MRI, they're in a hospital. First of all, you don't have access.
Again, this is the
those
same guy that
orders in the
says
hospital.
that Jason could punch somebody's head off clean.
Okay, but listen.
This is the same guy. I just want you to know that.
You don't have access to those quarters in a hospital, let alone it's unlocked. And then the computer's unlocked. Yeah. And then a clipboard literally just shit's just falling. Dude. And then
it's the most fucking strongest magnet pull. I think
the strongest magnet in the fucking universe is in that hospital.
This dude's trying to go get help.
Designed that himself.
That's why they told you to take off your piercings, though. It can happen, bro. It could happen.
So they got that peanut butter cup out of the vending machine, right? So that's when he's choking on it. He needs help. The other dude just died. The magnets are pulling him. And then what happens right there? Right, he's
wheelchair.
he dies. How does he die? That's when the vending machine spiral thing comes, hits him in the fucking head. If that wasn't enough, it keeps turning. I'm like, dude, there's no motor to turn
now
it.
there's a magnetized
Like force
motor
that pushes
mechanism.
you around. Like, it
oh
was
my
so
God.
stupid. UAG. It could have just got in and that's
Because
it.
wait,
But it
no,
started
because
spinning.
why is it spinning? Because it's trying to go all the way through. It's still the magnetic.
No.
It could just go just like
No.
this.
It just would
no.
just.
Yeah.
It's not gonna
Yeah.
be like this.
That's but again, the same two guys that think that Jason can punch somebody's head off and the
You
blood
see, that's
just
what his
out
part.
there leaking.
I love how you reference.
You guys like that? You guys
It
believe
was
in that
80s.
shit?
It was
But
practical
this-
effects. You're going practical effects versus CGI. Like CGI, you could do whatever the fuck you want. Practical effects, you have fun. Anyways, UAG don't get it. He's a snob over here. If it
Yeah.
It was awesome. It was an awesome kill. The dude's getting folded into the fucking MRI machine. He's getting folded because he got a fucking dick piercing in his shit, and his dick is trying to get into the fucking MRI machine.
But that's where it's flawed though.
Shit.
But that's where it's flawed because you mean to tell me this MRI machine could move a fucking vending machine, but it can't rip a piercing from this thin skin, Crypt Keeper skin ass emo kid.
Again,
you know,
it's building up his magnetism. That was weak at the beginning.
okay.
It was weak.
Okay.
Oh man.
You said, again, he believes a guy can single-handedly with one punch knock a dude's head off clean.
Dude.
But you can't believe an MRI machine can pull the magnet.
Well,
dude, no. You see, the thing is, we laugh. We know that's silly. We know that this is silly, but it's people like you that say, "Oh, it's good. It's realistic." You said it was realistic, more realistic.
This is real, bro. This could really happen. I believe it.
I believe it.
I said that you have to believe. You have to suspend.
Now you say you keep changing. Like you're like the weather. Be consistent.
I said every movie. I know I said it because I'm the one that said it. I said every movie asks you to suspend some kind of belief and follow the rules. The rules
crazy, bro. You crazy. All right. So what happens next? Is there fucking anybody else to fucking die? I don't fucking remember.
Yeah,
after
the mom,
butter,
after peanut butter, it was the daughter and the brother, and then the mom. They went to the grandma's cabin. Remember?
Yeah, because then it goes, okay, we killed this line of the family. Now it starts with the moms. So they run out the hospital like, yo, we got to go to the log cabin because we know that's death proof. We know that place is death proof.
So we got the two half Asian brother and sister, and then the mom, which was that crazy woman that was there in the RV
that ran away 30 years ago. Yeah,
ran away 30 years ago, been hiding, and she just didn't. I mean, whatever. She got taught by her mom and whatever. So how does she die? She dies.
She gets taught too well.
Oh man, she dies in a very Pee Wee Playhouse fashion. A piece of a spark trickles down.
I know.
Oh, bro, it was a piece of a trickle of a spark into a gutter, into a leaf that blew away right into the. It was like, what is going on, bro? Oh, Glarzilla.
Yeah.
We can't talk about it.
I gotta watch it. We'll talk about it soon. We
can't talk about a 10 out of 10 movie.
That will be our next.
That'll be a whole show.
Yeah. We need a show for Sinners. Sinners is a please. I'm ready.
I haven't watched it, so I gotta watch it. We'll do it. But
I watched it 3 times. I saw it the show twice. Once on bootleg, bro. And I pre-ordered my steelbook, so I'm ready.
Yeah. All right,
let's go.
Along with
back to the
Faces of Death.
Dude, fuck, quit hating Faces. It sucks, dude. I'll go off on Faces of Death later. But we'll bring that up. So the leaf goes down and it blows up.
And I forgot something else. And don't forget the light that's burning through the little crack hole in the wood that burns a piece of the rope down and it knocks a gas tank open. So that little bit of gas, a lot of pyro.
Bro.
They got Mission Impossible pyro in this fucking movie. And
fucking Kiss concert and shit.
Yeah.
So she
WrestleMania up, right? Fucking explosions in this bitch.
Is the penny involved in here? Because during this time, the penny.
No, not yet.
All right, because I swear, how does the penny transfer then from the scrapbook that she finds at her grandma? because that penny is
that's how it
penny
ends.
part. That movie's like that penny's like rubber.
The,
like
the,
fucking,
pen,
it's
the
everywhere.
penny is at the end of the movie where it's like a callback.
Yeah. Oh, so it didn't show how it went from whatever.
No.
So during this time though, that's when the mom dies, and then the siblings they take off where.
So it's supposed to be the girl is next, right?
Yeah.
And she's underwater, fucking drowning. And
the seatbelt. Yeah.
She drowns, and
Or
supposedly the
why
brother,
is she drowning? Why is she in the water?
Because she had her seatbelt on, and
the fucking VR
RV
falls into the water. It just tilts over, falls in there. She's under there for like a minute or two and passes out.
Something jams her seatbelt too, right? So she can't take the seatbelt off while the fucking RV is being knocked into the water.
Man,
and she's under there for like 2 minutes. And then the brother, he's so fucking clumsy. He drops the knife. He can't get her out. So she basically dies under the water. And his ass brings her out and fucking, does CPR on her and brings her back.
And right there, it's supposed to be done, right? It's supposed to be. We're like,
and then everyone's happy
to death. Everyone's happy.
Wait a minute.
But guess who comes to ruin the party?
I want to rewind it just for a minute. When the MRI scene says something on there when he goes, you can either cheat death or give a life, and they're in a hospital with newborn babies.
Oh, that's what it is.
I would have killed the baby.
Oh yeah, I would have people elbows the shit out those babies. I would have.
The movie would have been over.
Hey, but you couldn't. This was a woke movie. They weren't gonna. They only killed. Let's not even go there.
I would have killed the babies in a minute.
They don't kill babies.
I would have killed a white baby too, because that white baby would have lived a long life. So a white baby would have been dead.
Dude, you gotta remember
I would have got like 80 years minimum.
This movie had a little bit of wokeness, just a little bit.
Yeah,
like they forced the mixed family there, just a little bit, not enough to force an agenda.
Nothing to complain about, but
crazy.
I think
the baby kill was like, no, we can't do that. UAG would have directed it. There would have been a baby kill there. It would have been a whole different movie.
I would have killed the 2 babies just to make sure, because I'm like, just in case this baby
is slasher boy. You would be a whole fucking series, a whole back movie.
You'd have threw the babies in the MRI. Let them up first get sucked up.
Dude, you're horrible, dude.
But so anyway, they saved the girl, and they're like, oh, yo, we're living our best life. We skipped death. It's over.
Yeah, but who comes back? Who comes back? The pity.
Wait, so but what happens? They have to find out that they didn't skip it, and the dad comes out. One of the dads that they were dating,
some doctor. Yeah,
he comes out. He's like, technically, you didn't die because.
Oh yeah, you didn't die because he said something. Good thing the brother said something, right? Hey,
he's
something
like,
you died.
We had to save her. It's like, no, technically she didn't die.
Yeah,
because she just lost oxygen. She would have been dead. She had to have been dead for like 2 minutes or something like that. I think he said some shit like that. And so they both look at each other, and Death's like, I got you, bitch. Because I was back there listening.
He was in the bushes listening, like, oh, okay, drop the penny. Let's go.
So this is where the penny knows. The penny is a huge part of this movie. The lady is paying for ice cream or some shit.
She put out a penny from 1927.
She put out 19. I think it's 68. It pulls out I think it's the same penny. It has to be the same one, right?
It was the same. It was the same penny.
It's the year what, and that penny's still in circulation, or no, it got actually in her purse. However, it got in her purse, so she uses it, it falls out of her purse, right? And then it goes fucking down the damn stairs.
It does Pee-wee. It does the Pee-wee
Playhouse.
Pee-wee Playhouse.
It gets jammed in the railroad tracks on where it shifts, right? It gets what does it do?
But
it gets jammed somewhere, and then it shoots there.
I don't believe. On the switching of the tracks.
Yeah,
so it doesn't switch.
The smallest piece of copper.
That doesn't make sense. That really
jammed.
I agree to that.
On this.
It jammed a train, not a transport train. We're talking about the switcher that leads there's loads of material, like tonnage. The 1 penny, bro.
The penny comes back.
And then here's the thing: the train
They outran the train.
It didn't. The train didn't jump up. You know what the train did? The train got to be a slasher killer, and it chased those motherfuckers down the street like some fucking Tom and Jerry, Animaniacs, Looney Tunes. Oh man,
It literally chased them, dude.
But here comes UAG. But you guys believe Jason punches someone's head off, but the killer choo-choo train that shoots logs as a log projectile kill.
That's exactly what happened. The girl got killed, boom, by the train because it chased them. You saw it on a side view.
She didn't get killed by the train.
They
outran the train. They outran.
They listen to what you're saying. They outran the train on the block.
Dude, how they outrun it? Anyways, it went off. It started chasing them down. It got the girl first, but remember the logs. They had to throw a throwback to part 2, and the log just killed the boy. Like he said, projectile. It was like a fucking final boss. Like
it was
the log.
Because you can never cheat death. Jeff definitely.
You know what it was? So people could laugh and know that's not a serious movie. It's a comedy. That's the reason they put that in there. That was a fucking comedy. It was good if you watched it.
It was entertaining. Yeah, it was entertaining, bro. Like I'm not saying it's trash. It's trash to me if you put it like a horror, let's take it serious. Let's break this down as a horror movie.
But garbage. I mean, it's what it is, though.
But it's
what it is.
They stuck to their Final Destination formula, which is good. It's really good that they stuck to their formula of Final Destination, quirky penny kills and the PvP Playhouse mechanisms. That's fine because that's what Final Destination is, and it works for the fan base. I'm not the biggest fan of these franchises at all, or that movie franchise. I only like the first one, and that's it because it's original. But after that, the shit gets. It's like okay, all right, let's stop with the connects and Pee-wee's Playhouse shit,
But if you go in with the expectations, like I'm gonna see some crazy shit that doesn't make sense, but it's gonna give some crazy ass death scenes that I'm gonna have to suspend belief. Do you think it gave you what you thought you was gonna come to see?
I didn't know what I was gonna see because I saw. This is what I saw. I saw the Rotten Tomato score, and then I saw my boy UAG his review, and he was like, "Yo, this is the best movie of 2025. It's better than Sinners."
You're lying.
But you hyped it up. You got me excited to see it ultimately. Because we were not going to watch it this past weekend until you said something. And I was like, you know what? UAG hyped it up. The ratings are good. I'm a Tony Todd fan. Let's check this out. You know what I'm saying?
And then I had to see it for myself because they too had opposite views. And I went in there just open-minded. Let me check it out. And dude, I saw the Final Destination movies, expected I knew what I was getting into. And at the end of the day, I got what I expected. Cheesiness. I can say it's trash and then want to get it again. I'll probably fucking buy it because I buy trash, but it is trash. But I did enjoy it because I knew what I was getting into. There's flaws in the story. There's parts you're like, yeah, right, and all this. It's all that shit you expected. But the question I got to ask both of you, is this one of the movies that you have to go to theater, or is it one that you could wait on video? Because I think we'll all answer the same. And I'll just say first. Definitely one you could wait on video, man. I don't feel like it's a movie or a film, as UAG would say, that you got to see in theater. I believe it's a straight video.
I would have to say this piece of cinema can wait until it hits my bootleg link, and I will watch it any day of the week for sure.
I'm both gonna surprise you guys.
IMAX.
Two things. No, I don't see IMAX. It's cool to see if it was open and week. With the reactions of people, because people's reactions is what you get hype about. Like everybody got hype in the theater that I went to in terms of that. But I would say this: if you're going on a week where there's nothing in the theater, this is worth spending the money to go see. I've seen a lot of movies where I'd be like, I want a refund. I didn't say I want a refund when I saw this movie. So I would recommend the movie. I'm not saying that it's like an Oscar. It's not anything to write home about. But if you want to take a chick to the movie, then I think it's worth watching. That's just me.
Yeah, if you want to get a rub and tug in the theater,
yeah. That's what you would say.
movie.
This is
That's
the
basically
movie
what I'm
watching.
trying to say.
Like,
Anyone asks you what was the movie about? You know, yeah.
I
It's
don't
a good one.
know. I was getting beat off. I don't know.
Yeah. So UAG thinks a certain way. Yeah, dude. I don't know, man. It wasn't bad, but I got to see Sinners. I hear you. Everyone talking about Sinners. So we'll do a whole show on that.
That's a whole other. That is.
But so that's real cinema. But there is some good questions. I would ask: are we going to consider this a horror movie? Is this because
we'll talk all about that?
Yo, well, that's all. That's all I gotta say.
We'll talk all about that.
Or okay, even this. Okay, all right. My bad.
Movie, I'm gonna say that it's you could put it in the horror genre, but it's like you said, it's more of like a horror comedy.
It's like an action thriller comedy or some shit. I don't know. It's only horror because of the word death. That's it.
I mean, but like some of the death scenes, like if you just did all the death scenes, they could be gruesome. They could be gruesome. I
mean, John Wick is gruesome. Is that a horror movie?
Nah, you trying to play it. Now you being funny.
I don't know, man. It's comedy, but is it really in the horror genre? Is it thriller? It's I don't know what it is.
Chuck, all Chucky does is fucking make jokes and shit. It's stab niggas. Is that a comedy?
So triggered. He gets so
what
triggered.
the fuck? Wait, I'm lost. What the hell?
So triggered.
Because y'all like to change the rules. This is a horror movie.
Dude, we'll talk about next week. Shit, I gotta watch. Wait, you're talking about?
No, he's talking about Final Destination. Yeah,
Final Destination is comedy, dude. I was like, what?
So you're telling that this has no horror element whatsoever to it?
It has a little bit, yeah.
Dude, No Country for Old Men has horror elements. Is that a horror movie? Is that a horror movie?
I'll see y'all next week. I'll see y'all whenever we watch that.
Wow.
Now y'all being disrespectful.
Yeah.
Wait.
Or whenever. I don't know. I gotta watch
whenever we do it. Like this is the assignment for the next time we go on.
Wait, can I show my favorite? I have a clip of my favorite death scene from Final Destination. Can I show it?
No, wait, right. I hate you.
Yeah. I gotta see it.
No.
What is the death scene?
I know what he's gonna play. I
need to see it. I don't know what I'm watching.
It's for the stream, bro. For the stream.
Do it.
This is the best. This is the best Final Destination kill. All right, here we go, guys. This is Final Destination.
I hate you. I hate you.
Pee-wee's Playhouse shit. Fucking Pee-wee's Playhouse.
Look, here goes the penny. It's working its way down. Death is coming.
I truly do hate
this.
You.
This is the. There it goes. Look!
He's not lying though. He's not lying. I gotta give you
it first. I thought it was the movie at first. Dude, I'm like, what part is that?
I fucking hate you. It's honest. It's accurate.
Dude, that's the new Final Destination right there. You're making breakfast, and he's gonna light a candle, and the eggs are gonna start going down the roller coaster tracks, and pterodactyls are dropping
anymore. Death is not simple. It's a Pee-wee's fucking Playhouse with this fucking genre.
I hate you.
Hey man, I had to do that for the stream, man. They needed to see that.
Listen, again, it's accurate, but
it's fun. But I'm saying it's fun, you know. That's what I think of Final Destination. I think it's a fun movie. You can't take it serious. You can't sit here, and that's why I want to take it out the horror genre. Because some people, like me, I'll be like, "The fuck am I watching?" But if you tell me, "Hey, yo, check this movie out. It's nuts. It's balls to the wall, crazy," I'm gonna watch it. Like, okay, yeah, it was insane, you know. But I do agree. Everyone's saying one-time watch, 3 out of 5. I give it a 2.5 out of 5. That's my score. Tony Todd carried it. The MRI scene was almost good. The beginning was really good, but I wish that's where the movie took place. So it just, you know. But overall, it was off the wall and entertaining still. So.
I recommend it. I would give out of 5 stars. I give it a little bit higher, not 2.5. I would say 2.75.
That's the best out of 5?
Out of 5. What are you giving it?
Dude, I give it a solid like 3.5. And I would say because for fun. Go in there for fun. It's not the greatest movie, but you won't stop watching it and you'll keep talking about it like this. And it's funny enough where you got to talk about the kills with a friend. So it's just fun. Shut off your brain, go watch it, have fun, and you won't be disappointed. You'll watch it all.
Yep.
So homework assignment, Sinners.
All right.
Whenever we get to it, Deal?
Deal.
I'm ready.
All right, guys. Make sure you guys hit up the new channels here for all your horror and cinema. Because you guys watch films now, not movies. They watch cinema, they watch films, no movies. They do reviews. Appreciate you guys.
Yeah, UAG, man, and hopefully we can get some people supporting the show. Because as soon as more people support the show, the faster that duck goes away right there, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because I can't afford it. I
don't blame you. We need that duck being removed.
we need duck money. We need duck removal money.
Yeah.
Hey, dude, we're gonna be on a fucking thing. They're eBay for duck money.
Wait.
For StreamYard.
Did you just say Sinners is a trash ass movie?
Dude, we're talking about that. We got a whole show for that shit.
But I mean, he likes Diamante, so.
Yeah, I'm not listening to Charlie and the Chocolate Factory over here. I'm good.
Willy Wonka. Damien loves Willy Wonka. That's the inside joke. Damien loves it, and he loves Jumanji, dude. That dude
and Miss Doubtfire. Oh my god, he loves that shit.
Miss Doubtfire is a good movie.
Me and Gali got to the point that we like to support these small little studios that are doing shit. We're supporting a Shout Factory. We're supporting Arrow. We're supporting whatever. Whoever makes these like little movies in the genre, there's little companies. Well, Damien, the type of movies he likes, he's like you.
Not a studio.
You see, I can't do it. They're like limited run.
That's
you're like, that's not a studio. That's how you think. And you guys do like the worst transfers. No, these people pay attention to detail.
No, okay, I'm sorry. Like if it's a good movie, if it's Oscar worthy, I'll go ahead and
my god! I'm telling you, this motherfucker. Oh my god, you're so mainstream, bro.
Dude.
You're like the COD and 2K players of cinema. Cinema.
Dude, listen, I'm actually sure there's a guy that's like you, dude. There's a YouTube channel.
I'm not bougie.
Dude, yeah, you are. You even say, "Hey, my friends at Warner Brother and all that." Okay. Did your friends send you this time, bougie? Did your friends send you that, bougie?
You get your friends to get StreamYard.
Yeah, to your friends, hey, you gotta. If you send me over here, take care of my StreamYard too.
Listen, I got the other people to pay for a year. Remember that.
That was a long time ago, though. You got a lot of people with some wild shit. We got Manscaped. Like, I don't know how the fuck. And dude, people were triggered. People were triggered that you got Manscaped for us. UAG doing some New York shit, man. I don't know what you did, but you got us Manscaped. And
we all got beards. Manscaped is perfect for us. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
And then, dude, we have people like Rexer. Oh, these guys are not legit. dude, get alive. Like, have fun. No. These guys, like, dude, like, whatever. I don't know how, but
do me a favor, bro.
Yeah.
What I was gonna tell you. I forgot to see you fucked up. You fucked me up.
Dude, why'd you stop me then? What were you gonna say?
Because I was gonna tell you something, and you got to talk over me. You stepping on my words, bro.
Oh my god! And not this shit.
Stepping on me, bro. Nah, for real. Sinners. We're gonna watch that. Talk about it. Yeah. I think that's gonna be a good one.
Beautiful one. I'm beyond excited.
I know, but you beat off to it. You said you watched it 3 times, so I'm sure you beat off to it. But I'm gonna watch it, and then I'll tell you what.
You haven't seen it?
I've seen part of it. I haven't gone to the movie.
You're the cinema. This is cinema.
Tell your friends and hook you up.
I've been working so much. I haven't been.
It's a bougie movie.
You're good. I'll just fuck with you.
Nah,
but I gotta watch it.
He's got time for the bougie movie. If
Well,
Elon Musk could do all this stuff, you have time.
Listen, it's gonna be considered for the Oscars, so I gotta watch it. Anything that's
Oh my God, stop it, dude. Just end this stream. Let's end it. We'll see you next time with Sinners. End that shit. Don't be afraid to hit that leave.
Bye, bitch.
End stream.
I'm trying.